Live from New York. It is the CC Radio Network presenting the Coffee Club. Ready, Rocky?
You're the manager. You're the boss.
Live
from New York.
It's
second time around.
It's Felix
and Dr. Mark getting his second wind.
Always gets the second wind when the microphone.
As soon as that mic lights up, boy, I'm a different person. I was falling asleep here, folks. I kept telling Felix, "No more. I'm going home.
No more. Enough."
I made enough of a fool of myself already today. Well, the dogs were barking and everything.
Well, what dogs?
You see? Did you forget to feed the dog?
I thought you fed him.
Well, you know, he sounds angry, and I don't want to go out and bring him in because I think he's going to think that my hand is dinner.
Your hand is dinner. I forgot to buy him food today. But anyway, it's nice to be here. Nice to be on the air, ladies and gentlemen. We feel like we're back at home, just relaxing, talking a little bit of a breeze.
You mean I don't live here?
Do I?
You do, but
I do. How do I leave?
Your couch looks so inviting every time I leave.
I live in a broadcast studio. I don't understand it. How could that be?
You wanted to be alone. You're certainly alone.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We just want to give you a little bit of a heads up. Starting Monday, as you probably know, we broadcast Monday and Fridays at 9 p.m. We will have a new call-in number, and if you got a pencil pen, please write this down.
I will tell you because Felix has a problem with numbers. 646-595-3275.
And we also have a new way of listening to our show. All you have to do is go on the webpage, type in www.ccradionetwork.com. When the website comes on, just press listen now, and voila, you've got us. Live.
I hope somebody's got us because I feel like I'm falling.
Oh, we're falling, all right. We're falling, but anyway.
I can imagine whose arms I want to fall into.
But yeah, well, before I forget, you cannot call in this number today because you will not get us.
That's true. This is only a listening show tonight.
Yeah, that's true. And I want to remind some of the people about our coffee party.
We are the Coffee Party Club Network. We have a nice setup here where you can come in and enjoy a cup of joe and croissant, bagel, whatever your heart desires. Meet some nice people. We have Wi-Fi. What else?
Sounds good. Where is it? I want to go.
You know,
I was just thinking, actually what I meant to say is the coffee party. We are the originators of the coffee party.
Yes, we are.
The coffee party is a grassroots movement. And the only thing we promote is that the people have the power to make the change. We are the only ones that can make the change. Just remember that. We are the change.
You should see Felix, ladies and gentlemen. It's like he's directing Jean-Philippe Sousa's marching band.
Absolutely. You got me moving my hands. Oh, people have my fist is up. People have the power. Power to the
Remember,
people.
we want you to be the change that you would like to see.
We don't want to see you doing anything radical. We're not asking you to change the party you belong in. We're not asking anything except for one thing. Vote when it's time to vote. Vote with your heart. Vote with your mind.
And I know how some of you are going to vote out there. Some of you new listeners for the first time. Maybe we can change that, but somehow I don't think so. But last week Monday, we were talking about Duck Dynasty, and Phil Robertson, unfortunately giving him more airtime than he really needs. And now I find out today
guy's
that
got enough money into this.
A&E already lifted his ban. That was some suspension, right?
Well,
because
that's just to get
everything's money.
All he needs is a little more publicity. His ratings will go down a little bit,
Of course.
Probably.
But the thing is, I wanted to say that I listened to Sarah Palin on Greta Van Sustern's show last night, and she's one of the better people, more or less on Fox. She and Chris Wallace, who are to the right of center, but not all the way to the extreme right. And she was questioning Sarah Palin, and she said, if you read the GQ article, she said Phil Robertson did say a lot of inflammatory things, rather graphic, that have no business being said on the air. And then she placed this query to Sarah Palin. She said, you did read the article. And right away, all that was going through my mind was Katie Couric asking her, what magazines do you read? And she was going, homina, homina, homina. Well, Sarah Palin said she didn't read it. Well, how can you comment on something that you haven't read? All right? And then, to add insult to injury...
Maybe she heard it on the air.
What was she saying? She was saying, well, he was only spouting and preaching gospel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me set you straight. I know a little bit about the Bible, old and new, okay? The New Testament are the Gospels. Jesus never said anything about homosexuality, okay? Love thy neighbor, okay? Never said anything about homosexuality. In the Old Testament, which is Scripture, in Scripture it says, which is what he was quoting. It talks about a man spilling his seed on the ground, a man lying with a man, but that's Scripture. That's the Old Testament, okay? Sarah Palin, just every time she opens her mouth, she's just proving and showing what a fool she is.
Well, she is fun looking at, though. When I listen to her interviews, I just shut off the volume and I just watch her for a few seconds. And then I realize what I'm watching and who it really is, and I turn it off. She is a woman who is definitely not well spoken.
No, it's not that she's not well spoken, which is true, but she just doesn't know what she's saying. She doesn't give any thought before she opens her mouth. Mm-hmm. She just says what's on her mind. Okay, forget about it being inflammatory. The Republican Party is full of people who just spout garbage and talk about, Louis Gohmert, for one, in Texas. This guy's a real winner. I think he was abducted by aliens as a child, But
was he?
Well, I don't know. It would be an insult to the aliens, that's for sure.
Unless they drained his
But then
brain
again,
out.
He's from Texas. What do you expect, right?
Well, listen, the Lone Star State.
But that's all I wanted to say about Sarah Palin. But the bulk of the show, really, we want to get back to interfaith marriage, okay?
And interracial marriage also.
And I've always said that...
and single-sex marriages.
Single